friends. Welcome back to Carrie's Culinary Crafts. And if you're new, welcome. Here on Carrie's Culinary Crafts, we talk all things food. And today we are doing a few things that I need to get done today. I have just harvested my first herbs of the season and lettuce as well. I already cleaned the lettuce, cleaned the mint. I did mint as well. The mint I put in the freezer because I like to put that in my water along with lemon and cucumbers and some berries into my water. So the mint and lettuce is already cleaned and done. Here I have parsley and oregano. So for this first harvest, what I'm going to go ahead and do, I harvested this yesterday, so it's a little wilty, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to be cleaning off the leaves and putting them in some ice water here, and they will rehydrate, plus they will get cleaned off. I don't want to put the whole thing with all of the stems and everything in it, just because that's just more to clean and the dirt can get stuck in crevices and stuff. So I like to take like all of my leaves off and then just stick them in the ice water. These herbs today I am going to be dehydrating because I still have some basil and I still have some oregano, but I do not have any parsley left. And you guys know that I make my own Italian seasoning blend, so I need to go ahead and dehydrate these. That's oregano, this is parsley. I don't know if I said that or not, but I want to go ahead and dehydrate these so I have a bunch of dehydrated parsley so I can mix up my Italian seasoning blend, since I'm on the last of it now, which is very low. So this is going to be a tedious process, so I will speed it a little bit along for you guys, and I'll play some music, hopefully that you enjoy. And you know, while you're doing other things, while I'm doing this, you can, you know, listen to some music and hopefully have some motivation to do some things. So I will see you back when I am done. I'm going to be doing the parsley first, although I meant to do the oregano first and then I could have got that in. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and do the parsley first and get it cleaned, and then I'll spin it dry and put it on dehydrating racks, and then I will stick it in the dehydrator. Now, some of you that have been with me for a while, you know I got a new oven, and my new oven has, you know, a bread proofing cycle. It has it's an air fryer, and also it is a dehydrator. So I am going to get to this on some racks and get it in and started dehydrating. I have a few other things today. I want to go ahead and make some chicken salad because on my haul, I'm not sure if you saw it yet, they had rotisserie chickens on sale for $6.99, so I bought 2 of them, and I want to go ahead and make a nice batch of chicken salad so there are lunches for the week. So okay, with that, I'm gonna get started, and I hope you enjoy the music, and I'll see you in a little bit. all of my parsley done, and I am going to let it soak for about 5 minutes, and then I am going to spin it really good, and we'll see how the water is. If the water is dirty, then I will definitely wash it again. I don't think I'm going to need to do that because I sprayed it with the hose before I brought it inside pretty good, so I don't think I'm going to need to soak it again. But I am going to go ahead and spin it, and I will bring you back whenever I am putting it on the trays to get it in the oven, and then we'll start working on the oregano. Okay, I have those 2 rotisserie chickens done. And this is the meat I got from them, minus a little bit because from the one we were nibbling from it yesterday when it was still warm when I brought it home. So with this, I am going to make some chicken salad. And I'm going to put quite a few boiled eggs in here as well because we all like boiled eggs in our chicken salad and tuna salad. So I'm going to go ahead and put several boiled eggs in here as well. And we are going to make up a chicken salad so it can be eaten for lunches the rest of the week. And the bones and skin and all that good stuff, I'm not going to throw away. I'm going to put it in a bag, put it in the freezer because I have tons of carcasses. So you know what that means. I'm going to be cooking up a bunch of chicken stock. But I've been holding off to dwindle down the stocks that I have on hand. Once I get it down to 1 shelf, then I will go ahead and make some fresh new batch of chicken stock to fill up the top shelf of my canning shelf. So with that, let's get making some chicken salad. Okay, I'm gonna need some onion powder, mustard powder, garlic powder, some mayo, okay, I got my celery, boiled eggs, and this is a little garbage bowl for the egg peels. You know what? I don't even, just ripped a nail too, and I just got my nails done yesterday. I won't even need this because I got my garbage here. I don't need to save them. I have enough eggshells dried and crushed up for my garden. We do like celery in our eggs or our chicken salad, but we like it in very small chunks. Okay, plenty of salt. Now since I did basically 1.5 chickens, probably put in maybe a teaspoon and a half. And we'll put in about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. You can always adjust the seasonings later, but you can't take away, so. And I will put about I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Two teaspoons of onion powder. And about a teaspoon of mustard powder. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do some boiled eggs here. And this is why I pretty much boil eggs either every weekend or every other weekend, depending if I have some left or not, because we use them all the time. We have salads every day for dinner, whether it's a meal salad or a side salad, and we all love eggs in them, so I always have boiled eggs for that. If I want to make some egg salad, because I usually alternate so we don't have the same thing all the time, I will have boiled eggs for that. And just miscellaneous. Like to have if you need a little protein along with your snack, it's a good thing to have. So I do always have boiled eggs on hand. Okay, now I'm gonna go give these a quick rinse just to make sure all the shells are off of them. Okay, now that I added all those eggs, I'm going to add just a little extra salt and pepper for the eggs. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add in our mayonnaise. Give this a good mixing. And make sure we get all those seasonings mixed everywhere. And we'll give it a taste test once we get it good and mixed up. Let's go. All right, and give this one more mix and then we'll try it again. Okay, that is yummy. And I'll go ahead and we'll put a lid on this and let it marinate overnight because we have leftovers for lunch today. So this will be nice and marinated for when we dip into it tomorrow for lunch. And here is my parsley barrel. I harvested the majority of it the other day, and then I replanted a whole packet of seeds here. So I will have more parsley pretty soon. Parsley grows pretty fast, so I would say with about a month I will be harvesting it again and replanting another whole packet of parsley seeds. And over here, try and get out of the sunlight. Over here, I have my cucumbers and my zucchinis. I have them protected by this netting because we have a lot of rabbits around here and they love eating the little leaves from my cucumbers and my zucchinis. When they start to grow much bigger and then start producing flowers, I can remove them at that point. Any damage that the bunnies would do would not harm them at that point. I have 2 pots here that we have planted herbs. There is chives in this one. And what did I plant in this one? Oh, spinach. I planted spinach in this. Spinach comes up really fast, so when it comes up, I'll harvest it and then replant more spinach. And since we have planted the plants, they are doing very well. We've been having quite a bit of rain here, so I haven't had to water them or anything. And they are looking great. And here, this entire row is all tomatoes, different kinds of tomatoes. This year, I needed to focus on Roma tomatoes so I can make more sauce and salsa. So stay tuned for that. I will be making sauce first because I still have maybe 27 quarts of salsa, which would last us to next year. But I have less than 10 jars of spaghetti sauce, or marinara sauce. So I will be using the tomatoes first for marinara sauce, and then we'll see how far we get and to see if I plant any salsa. Every 2 tomato plants, we have basil plants. Basil plants and tomato plants, they kind of feed off each other. They are great to grow each other, grow beside each other. Once these turn into bushes, like they are doing very well right now. Once they turn into bushes, I will cut them down and we will preserve them. And then we will plant more basil. So this whole row here is tomatoes. I don't have them covered because we never had a problem with anything attacking the tomatoes. So we're just kind of leaving them go. Here I have a green stalk, and in my green stalk I always plant herbs, lettuce, and radishes. This top shelf the whole way around is all radishes, and then the rest is different lettuces: red leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, green leaf lettuce, and I have a few dill plants here. And I use dill mostly fresh. I don't use much dehydrated, and I have a lot already dehydrated, so I'm not going to need to do that. I will be using these two plants fresh this summer for dressings and things like that. So that's why I have the two plants. And when I harvest the two plants, I will probably plant lettuce in those as well. I kind of keep this one as lettuce all summer long. Even though we get hot here, for the most part, this part stays in the shade. I've got this giant pavilion here, and it only gets early morning sun. So I am able to produce lettuce all summer long. So we won't need to purchase any lettuce from the grocery store. Once we get the first harvest, I will replant. And I had succession planted. Oh, excuse me. I had succession planted the lettuces, so we will have enough for 1 week for each row around here. So then when this is done, this will be ready to harvest. And when we finish this, that will be ready to harvest, and so on. And as we harvest them, we will replant seeds. Okay, and then over here we have, this is all cilantro. Cilantro grows really well here, kind of like the lettuce. I can plant it all summer long, and even though we have the heat, it only gets the morning sun, which is not as hot as, the afternoon sun. So we tend to be able to plant cilantro all summer long. And we will use it fresh because we have pico, and if we make salsa and things like that. So when we harvest it, we will replant it. Here we have 3 basil plants that we had just planted. They're not even poking up yet. But these 3 or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 basil plants, and they will replace the 4 basil plants here that we will harvest. And here is our outdoor kitchen. It's not completely ready. It is set up, and all of the propane is hooked up to them. We have a smoker, we have a Blackstone, we have a grill, and here is my outdoor canning station. When I hooked up and attempted to turn it on, realized that can there is now empty, so I need to replace that. And usually one propane tank will last me the entire summer for canning outside. But if not, we have a backup for each of these. So we always have this outdoor kitchen running. And here in these two, this barrel and this big pot, we have cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes grow really quick here. I don't know why, but we get them way before we get the actual tomatoes. So these are wonderful to have in salads. And the ones that we grow are the sun gold. They just do very, very well, and they are both indeterminate, which means they grow very big, and they will produce all summer long once they start. And they are looking very healthy. And we have 4 pots over here. This one is onions, green onions. I love to grow green onions. They grow very well here, and when they grow, I just snip off the tops, leaving the root and the bulb, and they will continue to grow all summer long for me. So we will have them for fresh eating, cooking, and then I will preserve lots of them, which will last the whole winter long until next summer. I still have a bag of green onions as well as regular bulb onions in the freezer. I'm on the last bag of both of them. So by the time these come up, I will probably be ready to start preserving them. This one here, I can't recall what I have in this one. It is some herb. I'm not sure what. I have rosemary growing out front. I have winter savory. I have bay leaves. Thyme and oregano out front. This may be another basil. I believe this is another basil. And then these two over here are both parsley. What I am always short on every year is parsley, so I grow as much of it as I possibly can, because I need parsley for fresh cooking, I need parsley to dehydrate, and I need parsley for my garlic herb butter. We have no troubles growing oregano and basil. Parsley is what I'm always short on. So these two are also parsley. And this whole bed here is weeds right now, but what I have growing is I have bulb onions and I have asparagus here. And if we go over to the other side, this side is weeds as well, but these are also onions. Here is a giant oregano bush. Put it over here because I didn't care how much it grows, how much space it takes over, does not matter to me. So in this giant oregano bush then turns into mint. And I have mint and onions in this entire bed here. There is spearmint, there is peppermint, there is pineapple mint. There are some onions there. And then we get into some chocolate mint down at this end. There are some more onions. There are more onions. And there is some more mint. The mint takes over everything. Tarragon, that was what I forgot. Here is the giant tarragon bush. This we haven't, as you can see, we haven't tended to at this point in time, but we will get back to it. This is tarragon, and we have winter savory, and we have thyme, and we have rosemary at the end here. And then on the other side of the banister, we have another oregano. There is the new rosemary that's growing for the season. And there is more oregano. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And this is Carrie's Culinary Crafts saying bye.